Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the trial. Trial number 3 of Danganronpa V3. The transfer student from beyond the grave.
Yep, where we have 2 murders yet again.
Yeah, or at least it seems
3.
that way.
You don't think there were 2 murders?
I mean, I still have that weird suspicion that something's gonna surprise me about Angie, because I don't trust her, and it seems like that was way too easy that we got rid of her. But I mean, we checked out her body, so it seems legit. But then I wish we checked out in more depth. He just kind of was like, oh yeah, it looks real. Like, we didn't actually check for like a, I don't know. It didn't look like we examined it in depth, but it seems like she has to be dead. I don't know. Could they really bring someone back during the trial?
I don't think so.
Well, let's just jump into things. I'm still not sure who it is, obviously. I could just be overthinking things and is just Kyo, like you said.
Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial.
Again?
Right, yeah, you know what, Monica, we've been through this so many times.
And nobody's new.
Yeah.
Punish everyone.
We don't even have a transfer student.
Refusing to vote. Now,
We got it.
Smiles, everyone.
Smile.
It's showtime. Let's
Yeah.
get this crazy awesome trial underway.
At least the Mono Cubs are smiling.
I smiled.
I don't think I'm gonna be much help this time. Because of Monokuma's disruptions, I couldn't do a thorough investigation.
Yeah, Kaito, we noticed.
I can tell Monokuma is overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
Really?
Next time, spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating, spaceman.
Oh.
Shut up! I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two weirdos.
Aw. But it's so much fun.
Who did it?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Who killed Angie?
Is she gonna do a hex on someone?
Maybe she'll
Do
curse
not let
them.
your emotions hasten your judgment. There may be 2 killers.
Yeah, we're
He
not
does
really
keep
sure.
saying that, so I feel like he's one of them.
Like he's trying to mislead us, maybe?
But why would there be who else?
So, our other culprit might not be one of us.
I was like, why does it say Newt?
Why are you saying it so weird, Smoogie?
What do you mean?
I guess she thinks it's a ghost.
Transfer student.
Are you trying to put us in a trance? What are you doing?
I thought she was trying to be a
Maybe our
ghost.
resurrected transfer student
Maybe.
dragged Angie and Tenko into the grave.
I was worried about this in the investigation because he started talking about this. She's gonna try to distract us with this nonsense.
She is
Stop
pretty
it!
nonsensical.
Stop
Oh
making stuff up!
no.
Oh yeah, now Kaito's back to being paranoid.
Say something, Shuichi. It'll be a mess if this
Why
keeps
don't
going
you
on.
say something? Oh my god,
It's
look what they
always
drew
our
on
job.
Angie. Did you see?
What happened?
On Angie's photo, they drew a halo and angel wings on her instead of an X.
Oh, of course. They always vary it up in some little way. Is it even possible for a revived corpse to be the culprit? Well, in the interest of being thorough, I should clear things up here. Okay. How will we prove that no one was resurrected?
I don't
I'm
know.
not sure we're supposed to prove that, other than just being incredibly
The
unlikely.
Necronomicon, how it says you have to burn it.
By the recently deceased.
Oh yeah, there we go.
They
Let
came
Sones
back to
remember it.
life and killed 2
Oh,
of our
also, we
classmates.
got some new skills release I did.
Oh!
We got one that increases our heart level, so I figured that'd be good to have.
Ritual did work?
It was at the one thing for pretty cheap
Who was
at the
resurrected,
casino store.
I wonder.
Oh.
Angie did say she was gonna bring Rantaro back.
Said she would.
Yes. Rantaro was resurrected.
Okay.
Is the late Rantaro a mommy?
What the heck?
Please,
No.
So
stop
crazy.
it!
Okay, I was busy shooting the things and talking. What was the one that we're supposed to shoot at?
Probably Gonto, where he says it did work.
Okay. This
Because
isn't about
it
believing and
didn't.
reviving the dead, I have to focus on their statements. Were all those statements correct?
This crime was committed by the recently. They came back to classmates.
I love zombies. Wait, who said that? Which one of us loves zombies here? I'm
So,
curious.
Ritual did
Maybe Mew?
I want to shoot that first. There we go. We got the
V.
V. For the victory. I mean, I don't think that does too much other than give you a few more coins maybe at the
I don't
end.
think Angie's ritual succeeded.
But still cool to get.
According to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed us,
Mm-hmm.
you have to
The one
burn
we found in the room?
Necronomicon in the ritual.
And look how fake this book looks.
Mm-hmm.
After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution and be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Sprinkle the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times. You feel a tap on your shoulder or whatever
If
nonsense
Angie's
that
ritual
was.
had succeeded, the book would have been gone.
So she must have been killed before the ritual was complete, since the book was still intact.
Good job, Kibo.
Then, going to think Rantaro probably not culprit.
I'm glad.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Good.
Oh.
That was quickly resolved.
Well, duh. There's no way a dead person could resurrect.
Yeah, and that's why you were so nervous before, because of your certainty.
Now hold on a second. I can't let that comment stand.
Oh no,
Oh.
Monokuma objects.
What?
Sure, everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to life.
But
But it's easy at the Ultimate Academy, as long as you use the Necronomicon.
Really?
What are you talking about? There's no way that's possible.
Is he just trying to scare Kaito even more?
But it's true. I never lie about motives.
Daddy said so he can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally possible.
I guess technically he doesn't lie, but he usually doesn't tell the whole truth. Usually truth's by omission with Monokuma.
Man, I can't believe you guys wasted such a perfectly good motive. You should have let me use it to bring Monodum back to life.
Huh?
But-
Monodum is still alive, though.
yeah, I was like, wait.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste a resurrection on Monodum's corpse.
What are you talking about?
Uh-oh.
Oh? So
Someone was trying to submit themselves as the next to get murdered.
Possible this whole time?
There's no way it's possible.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to believe here.
There's no way that could happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to confuse us. Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened is.
There must be something that would do, but I don't think it would bring them back in like an actual sense. Maybe bring back more of their memories? I don't know.
If our transfer student isn't the culprit, then blame falls to one of us.
Who? Who did it?
Step aside, Half Pint. I'll handle this.
Okay.
I don't know about Tenko, but I'm pretty fucking sure Kyo murdered Angie.
Well, there we go.
Ooh.
Throwing it out already.
But if it said this early, then it seems like it's not him.
Well, that's what I was thinking. There was too many clues pointing
I
towards
know,
him
but
that I
who
feel like
else
he's being
could it
set
be?
up. I know. That's what I was trying to figure out, and that's why I was so confused last time. But you were insisting it was Kyo. I'm like, but it's too easy to blame Kyo because he's being set up the whole time. I don't know. I really don't know.
Don't play dumb with me, creep show. I already know what happened.
Oh, one thing to note, which I'm not 100% about, of course, but Himiko actually was the one to suggest using that room, like the middle room, out of all the rooms. That's something I remembered from last time. I don't know if that's actually gonna have been her because she was so close to the other two, but
she didn't ever seem to like Tenko until Tenko was dead.
yeah. But I mean, that could happen where she thought she was a bit too clingy and she didn't want her around, but then after she died, she felt bad because even though she was annoyed at her constant advancements, maybe she still felt for it in some way. But yeah, maybe it's all an act. I don't know. Alright, so what are we arguing
The
here?
culprit used a katana to kill Angie,
Yeah.
and it was found in Kyo's research lab,
Oh, okay.
which makes you,
So he's
Kyo,
arguing about Kyo, of
automatically
course, yes.
suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I
Did
did
he care
not
that much, though?
about some katana.
He cares
Just
about
admit
everything.
it, you shit-eating worm.
It's a worm.
That was cute.
Classroom broke in,
But he didn't break
and
in.
murdered the fuck out of Angie.
Yeah, the doors weren't broken.
Booyah! I'm a fucking genius.
Which one do we use?
I don't know which door we use, because both the doors are fully intact.
Yeah.
Is he really the culprit? Does the story fit the facts of the case? We should start from the beginning.
The
I'm
culprit
just
used a
curious, what does it say?
katana
What was Samugi's account? She locked herself in since yesterday, working on the ritual. She would not unlock the door.
kill Angie. And it was found in Kiyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kiyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kiyo.
I did not.
Should we start with the front door?
Sure.
So I'm not really sure what to use in this case.
Me neither.
Shit-eating worm. Classroom.
Oh, it's not. Wait, do we miss? Oh, it's the thing in the way. No, it's not that. Okay.
Wow. She would have let him in?
No, she went. I guess we have to use that then.
Oh,
we'll use the one that about Smoogie's account.
And why is she saying he broke in, but then saying she would have let him in?
Yeah, it doesn't exactly match up, does it?
Mew, what the heck? She's just irrational, I guess.
Okay.
The culprit used a katana.
Yeah, by
to kill
broken, I thought
Angie.
she'd mean like the door was damaged in some way.
I thought so too. It says broken in.
So do Smoogie's account, because then when she started arguing with us, she was talking about how she would just let him in. But
right.
Clearly, that's not the case.
I did not.
Now, hopefully, this isn't wrong too, because then I'm gonna be really confused.
Eating worm. To the classroom.
Right, something's gonna appear first. There we go. Yeah, that okay. I feel kind of weird about that one. I don't think that was quite right.
Weird.
Maybe she should something like Angie just let him in, and then obviously that's something we could have argued. We would have known for sure.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Tsumugi?
Probably another translation.
Yeah,
thing.
people say that about quite a few things already. Like even in the last few episodes, like, oh, that's actually not quite what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Before Angie locked herself up in her research lab, she said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council members.
And Kiyo is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
Right.
Kiyo couldn't have killed Angie even if he wanted to.
Well, it just means it wouldn't have been easy.
I had no desire to kill her in the first place.
So whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
I hate when we leap automatically to these conclusions like this. There are definitely other ways it could have played out.
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer. Can't
Oh,
believe you
God.
actually got it.
Thanks, Mew. She was just lightening the mood.
Oh, how
Of course.
clever.
She's so smart.
You can just ignore her, Gonta.
Oh.
The remaining student council members are Gonta, Kibo, Tsumugi, and Himiko.
Well, it can't be Himiko. She was besties with Angie.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
if you say it like that.
we keep on saying that too. Kind of like, oh, it can't be Himiko, but maybe it was. What if she snapped?
I guess it could have been.
Maybe something happened between her and Angie afterwards too that we didn't know about.
Maybe. Maybe because Tenko betrayed her and she was planning on doing something to Tenko.
I mean, it's really out of character, but who knows? It's Danganronpa. Anything could happen.
Yeah.
I trust their friendship. You guys do too, right?
Yeah, of course.
Can we trust their friendship so readily?
Maybe not.
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
Kokichi, you certainly have a way of manipulating people.
That trims our list of suspects down to 3.
Although I do kind of feel bad. Himiko's like the first, or one of the first suspects in like 2 cases back to back.
I know, it's true.
Yep. The culprit is one of those 3 people.
You mean one of those 2 people? Because a robot ain't people, Jack.
Whoa.
I
How
will let that
harsh.
remark slide. Anyway, aren't these accusations just a tad too hasty?
Maybe it's ad.
Whatevs. The culprit should confess already. Gonta, Keyboy, or Tsumugi? Well,
Yeah, just confess. Come on.
No, not Gonta. Gonta would never kill Angie.
Yeah, Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
Why not you, Tsumugi?
Hey, stick up for me too.
Aww.
Gonta definitely not hurt anyone. Torture Gonta if you don't believe.
Why does everyone want to be tortured? Talk about this like every trial.
A bit too far, but Gonta and I aren't the culprits.
And I'm not the culprit either. Jeez.
Poor
I'm
guy.
not the culprit.
Uh-oh, here we go. We're gonna start
Oh.
arguing. So you have proof against anyone in particular that they're not going to be the culprit or whatever?
I don't know.
We must consider other possibilities.
I guess we'll see what the argument is, and then we'll be able to tell.
Try
Yeah.
student council.
They're not saying anything during that time,
That's
though.
utterly impossible.
A dead chick
Not just
can't be the
anyone can open
culprit.
the door.
Friends.
Why?
Only
Much
student
better
council
than being
members
out
had
too late
access.
at night.
Look, I don't know who the
I
culprit
didn't know
is,
robots told such boring lies.
but it's definitely not me.
Is that a robophobic remark?
Yeah, they're not arguing anything either during that time, so it's like it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, that's weird.
There are several suspicious statements, but one is obviously inconsistent. I'll listen carefully, sort the statements in my head, and find the answer. Alright, did you notice anything in particular?
No.
Surely there must
Someone
be
said
some
something about the
else
student
that
council
student
members.
Yeah, so nothing appears when we shoot
That's
that.
utterly impossible.
A dead chick
Not just
can't be the
anyone can open
culprit.
that door. Also, councilman.
Only student
Only-
council members have access.
But
well, he
his
could have.
lockpicking.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Um,
robots told
yeah.
such boring lies.
So
Alright,
we'll
so we'll do that one.
argue against him. I was wondering why he was randomly arguing after it was just like Kibo there at first.
Council!
You can say whatever you want, Gunta.
A
Doesn't really
dead
affect
chick
us this
can't be
time.
the culprit.
Why?
Only student council members.
There we go.
V. Again. Getting all the V's this trial.
Well, since you so playfully said that, Kokichi, I doubt it's gonna be you.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? Unless you're a student council member, you can't enter Angie's lab, right?
Well, she wouldn't let you
I was
in.
referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have.
That's right.
Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
Kokichi pulled out some thin needles and stuck them into the key of the lock. Yes, you caught him mid-pick.
Well,
How
he
disgusting.
helped us.
There. Open sesame.
Oh, that happened? I totally forgot.
Sure you did.
Yeah.
And you don't remember, huh?
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember. Yeah, I did it. I killed Angie.
Okay,
Oh,
Kokichi.
here we go.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie.
Did you
The
now?
culprit was me, all along.
Well, we should have known.
I can't believe you. You're a liar.
What?
What are you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins. And it helped. I feel so much better. Whew!
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
Totally, Gonza.
No, he's lying. I think. Maybe?
I'm pretty sure he's lying.
He's lying. I'm certain of it.
He's not gonna just give it up that easily. He wants to have fun with us.
No, no. Definitely not a lie. I killed Angie. Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
Then let me ask you, culprit. How did you lock the room?
Wrong.
Huh? Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Huh? What doesn't make sense? Can't you lock a door by picking it?
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room.
Oh.
They used a different method.
We saw their
What
gold
different
prints.
method?
Shuichi sounds so certain of himself now.
Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
Hey, how dare you?
Mumbles.
There were two doors to
Well,
the
at least he sounded so
classroom,
confident before
and the
that.
one locked last was.
It was the back door.
Back door.
Oh, here we go.
That's it.
I like how one of the options was both doors.
Back door. That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
The back door had a sliding lock, yes? How was it locked from the outside?
I still don't really know.
Culprit used a certain tool.
A magnet?
I figured that'd be some tool. I kind of went with a magnet, but we never really found anything that's magnetic, did we?
No.
I guess it could use any number of things, really. The tool the culprit used to lock the sliding door from the outside.
no.
I have to actually know what it is. Well, let's see. What are the options? Oh, it's mind mine.
Aw, shit.
Shit. Well, then I really don't know. All right, how can I get a lot of shit at once? Start here, I guess. There's nothing in that area. So basically, I just look for where the items are, from what I can tell. Now, what's that over there? I can't quite make it out.
That's the hilt. I don't know what's up above. What's that? Or not the hilt, the scabbard or whatever. The holder.
Yeah, I know what you're trying
and
to...
the sickle.
Would the sickle work to reach around?
But that was for Tenko's murder. I doubt it.
I mean, they could have had it in both places.
I guess.
The sword itself.
I don't think so. What's that other thing? On the top.
Oh, there is something else there. Is that Monokuma?
Oh, it's Monokuma.
Well, we got one at least.
Oh, I thought
From
he
one of
might
these
be a
things.
magnet. Is there anything else? Are those the only options?
Well, if it's gold, it had to be like something with a sword, right?
But I thought it was a gold fingerprint.
How did they... I thought maybe it was a fingerprint too, but... Which of those would it most likely be, I wonder?
Is the gold only on the sword itself, or is it on this thing?
Well, they couldn't have used the sword because the sword was stuck in...
Oh yeah, that's true.
Kaede's thingy. So is it the hilt? I mean, yeah, the sheath or whatever?
I don't know.
Yeah, the hilt is the bottom of the sword, so it would be the sheath. It must be that.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
Is this uncovered? No, it wasn't that. Okay.
Try the sword.
Never mind. Tried the sickle?
The sword? Well, how could it be the sickle? I guess.
I don't know, but how could it be the sword if it was stuck in her?
I don't know. I guess it's the sickle.
It's gonna be the sword, watch. Okay, let me get rid of this. No, it wasn't that either. So it was the sword.
God damn it.
Alright, I have no idea how it worked then.
Me neither.
So they'll have to explain it to me. This I have no idea on.
The gold leaf
Oh,
katana
wait.
was
I think I know how they might have done
Kaede's
it.
effigy.
How?
They swung the body, or the thing.
But how?
I don't know. Maybe they had it in like motion, and then... But that's really convenient that it happened to swing that way and lock it.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like they had it stuck into the Kaede mannequin thing,
Right.
or whatever you call it, clay figure?
Wax.
I don't know. Whatever, wax figure, yeah. And they like kind of like had it moving around on the rope, I guess, and it swung into the lock? That's my guess. I don't know. Maybe there'll be something different.
Use that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock
Because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it. The gold leaf on that katana did peel rather easily.
Okay. Oh wait, how did it work exactly?
I don't know.
Are they gonna explain?
School bell.
School bell?
Because it was from the first one.
Oh, okay. Yep.
A killing
that
school.
doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
No.
Ooh, the gold leaf landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched it. So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right? But wait, how did they move it with the katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
The clue that might give us the answer is the layout of the area itself. It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigy's hung upside down.
Angie
So
didn't do that
was
as
that?
part of the ritual?
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right?
A different purpose. What could that have been? I thought you knew, Shuichi. You were going on about this. The culprit somehow used the step to lock the room. In that case, you need to know the reason behind every step of that setup.
Every step.
Were they like spinning on a fan or something?
I don't think there's a fan.
It was above it. If I do that, the way the culprit locked the room should be clear. Oh man, I don't know. Alright, well, we'll see if we can figure it out somehow.
Yeah, but this is like an easy mini game, so it'll probably
It
just
is pretty
present
easy, but we have
itself.
to answer it correctly at the end. Which I'm still not sure about how this exactly worked and played out.
Who touched the handle of the sliding lock? Who turned?
It'd be the Kaede thingy, I guess.
Yeah,
Right?
I guess.
Is that what they're going with? Okay, they are then. Okay, whoa. What's going on? I can't really turn right now. Oh, because it's taking over itself. I'm like, that's weird. Yeah, I would say the Kaede thingy. The katana's... Well, yeah. Oh, I thought I said who.
Good.
Did you misread it, or did it change?
It had only like one thing, so I was assuming it was one letter, but I forgot it's multiple. It could be multiple letters, so it had not filled in yet.
Okay.
It changed to what? Like sometimes there are 2 letters.
Oh, I see. I don't really pay attention. I just let you read that to me. I'm like, I'll just focus on the driving. Wow, looks like we're in the desert now. We're out of the city. It's pretty cool.
What was done to blank the to make the katana turn the lock?
Doesn't matter too much. That's what I'm still unsure about. Do they have it like spinning or swaying? It has to be something like that, I imagine. At least we have to look out for Monokuma here now. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Well, it was stabbed into it.
Yeah.
Okay, at least we're going slowly through this. That does help me out since I'm still unsure. It's supposed to be the last part of this mystery.
What?
Well, I mean, it's a good thing we did the Psyche Taxi and not the Hangman's Gambit, because at least this gives us
Yes.
a chance to figure it out while we're doing it.
Thank God.
Oh. Got too close to the sides. I guess I could use the focus thingy. Prevent. Oh, I can't get any of these. Now, what does it say?
Blank effigy manipulated. How was the
Whoa.
effigy manipulated to make the katana affect the lock?
The only thing I could figure is they're just like swaying it back and forth somehow, and it conveniently swayed into it?
I guess.
I don't know. Spinning it, swinging it back and forth.
Oh no, they're different ones.
Okay.
Okay. Oof.
Yeah, spinning would probably work because they could have it like coiled up one way, and as long as it's
That's
swinging the
true.
correct way. I guess from its position it would have been clockwise. If it was spinning clockwise, it would have hit into it and then locked
That's
it.
true.
And it would have stayed locked if it kept on hitting it. Okay.
That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
Effigy spun?
That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist. Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
Yes.
I see. So the culprit used the katana's counterspin to push the lock into place?
The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope and then swiftly leave. This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock. And thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
There we go.
Yes.
Very nifty.
That's how Angie's lab was locked. By using the effigy with the katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us. Oh, but could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it. As long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime, as to avoid detection.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
Well, we didn't say that directly.
Feeling a little guilty, huh?
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up so we'd think it was some kind of ceremony. That way, you wouldn't notice the lock trick.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed. I don't want to completely ignore that possibility. But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
Yeah, it seemed rather unnecessary.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
A lie. What a shock.
You fucking lied again?
We knew it. Why are you guys surprised?
Oh, man. You guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
So disappointed.
You're telling the truth this time, right?
I want to say I'm lying, but I'm not.
Darn.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
Because he's Kokichi.
I wanted to lure the culprit out.
That is an interesting plan.
If I claim to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious. Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
Ah, we ruined it again.
You and your fucking lies. Go sit in the corner and play with yourself.
Okay,
No.
I'll start right now.
Ew.
Kokichi, please don't.
All right. So, who's the asshole who set up this
Like,
locked
she's like,
room
all right.
mystery?
She's all good at that.
Mew, I can't hold it up anymore.
Ew, Kokichi.
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter since anyone could have done it. Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Wow.
Whoa. So harsh.
Dumpster! Finally! Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
I knew it. She gets off on this kind of thing. What the hell?
What should we talk about now?
I don't know.
Gonta's like, can we
Gonta.
please change the subject somehow,
We
some
must
way?
focus not on the locked room, but on who entered Angie's lab. Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry. Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
But how do you know someone else couldn't have persuaded
That
her?
leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
And Himiko.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council. Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
Yeah, obviously Kokichi was lying about that too.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
Kiba, I don't think that's necessary.
No.
It's fine. That's just a waste of time.
Me? A suspect?
Uh-oh.
Never kill Angie!
What about Tenko?
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Because it's Kokichi, of course.
Silence, outsider. Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
Suspect rangers?
Yes, that's the official term
I
for it
agree.
now.
Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
I thought he was
Thoroughly.
gonna say he agrees that they should be called the Suspect Rangers.
We might catch them with their pants down.
You'd love that, wouldn't you?
Anyway, I want to ask the Suspect Rangers. What should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
Well, why don't you start, Kokichi?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why did Tenko have to die?
Oh, delayed reaction?
Huh?
I want to know what happened to Angie too, but can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie?
I got you exactly where
Oh
I
God,
wanted,
Kokichi.
Himiko.
What is this?
What do you mean?
The two victims could have been killed by two separate murderers, you know. So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim. We gotta figure out who killed Angie. Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Would you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless!
Himiko.
Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you! Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her? Himiko.
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Oh man.
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS.
Kokichi, I think you're really about to step in it this time.
You didn't give two shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on,
Oh no.
really?
I love his voice.
Kokichi,
Me
enough!
too.
No. It's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive. But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously. It's way too late to realize that now.
Kaito, why are you
God.
randomly butting in?
Our only option is to face her death head on.
Well, thank you for telling everyone this.
Yeah. Face her death?
Himiko, I understand what you're going through.
Jeez, Kaito really should be like the ultimate motivator or something.
So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth. I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Kaito.
Well, it seemed a little bit insensitive at first, but I guess he pulled it out somehow.
Alright. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's
Kokichi.
death meaningless. The name of the curse is Death Curse.
Well, I think that might be going a little too far.
I suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
That's one way of doing it.
Listen up. All you guys are gonna help out too.
Good. We can all
Abandoning
participate.
someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run. I won't forgive something so messed up.
Tenko was our friend. Gonta want to know why she died too.
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, we need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death.
That's right.
Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on!
Kaito.
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Now we're gonna see Kokichi.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were 2 different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yeah, maybe.
Sounds a good place to start. It is the murder we saw, at least, or... Well, I guess we technically didn't see it, but we were present for it. They're not wrong, but... I don't mind going over Tenko's case. But that was an abrupt change of topic. Was that intentional?
So what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Tancrotch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's
Death curse.
suspicious.
Tancrotch!
Oh no. The people who attended the seance.
Oh god.
Shuichi, Himiko, Kokichi. Yeah, it's that, right?
Was Kokichi there? Or Kibo was there?
No, Kibo left.
Oh.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we
It
switched
was
places
me,
with him.
Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
So those 4 are the culprits.
I was wondering if they're going to mention that Kibo was involved for a little bit at the beginning before he left, but I guess it doesn't matter too much.
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the 4 is really Kyo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
Well, here we go back to Kyo again.
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes? If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Well, I suppose, but...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either.
Oh?
I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in.
Yes, that's
It
true.
was Himiko.
However, there are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use? Well, it was the middle room that was used. We do know that there was at least one other room that had the setup for it too, though. Because you remember Kokichi fell through at one point?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe there was a section cut out of each room that could have been used for that.
Maybe.
So it didn't actually matter which room they picked.
The middle room. The middle room's always best for stuff like this.
Yeah, that actually might have been a really good scheme if it was Kyo, because he could have had someone else pick the room and then blame it on them later. If he was planning it up like that. Very well, I should begin the preparations at once.
Oh, right.
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance. The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
That is true, a point of entry from outside. He must be referring to the hole.
I guess so.
There! You're talking about under the floor, right?
Huh? Under the floor?
Under the floor.
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person can move through. There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Oh, only one?
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me. Oh, I can see it clearly.
Oh no.
The true identity of Tenko's killer.
Are you Psycho Mantis now?
A little similar looking.
Maybe. But if Kyo was the one that did it, he was in the room at the time though. So how do you like
Culprit
quickly
sneaked in during
hide himself
the
underneath the
seance.
floor and do all that in the
By
dark?
crawling under the floor.
I don't know.
Black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light?
Oh, is he gonna
Oh, they're
hit
gonna blame
Kibo?
Kibo?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function. Huh?
I guess we'll have to
Now,
agree with
hold
him
on a
for
second.
now.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
I said, hold on a second.
He used his robot functions to commit the murders.
Hold on a second!
Oh.
It's true that with a little light you can move around under the floor, but is that possible? Well, we do know he has one. I don't think it has anything to do with the hole or the light.
You see, our villain.
Maybe it's for this, because we would have seen the light.
There we finally.
Okay. Jeez, that took forever. Yeah, some of these can get really confusing with the way they're worded and like
I know.
the argument you're going to be making. Because like, they're not contradicting that he may have had a light. It's just we're contradicting that we would have seen the light.
Yes.
If a light were used, it would have leaked through and we would have seen it.
That is true.
But when we did the seance, the room was definitely pitch black.
Definitely.
So a light was not shined under the floor, which means you cannot claim I am the culprit.
Well,
Good for you, Kiba.
You still could do it just without your light
Here I
on.
thought this would be the case where
That's
the
always a
murder could only
possibility,
be done
too.
by a robot.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot.
But even aside from that, they could have had like a regular light they use
My
as well.
status as a
Or a
robot
candle.
does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess
What?
average
Aw.
physical strength and intelligence.
I remember him saying this before. Poor guy.
All right. You made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
Aww.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Whoa, what? Is he blinding us
Up
all?
with the flashlight! It's
Oh.
way too bright!
How rude.
So strange.
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why
Really?
was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny?
Yeah, someone definitely did something with that floor.
Don't to think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from under floor.
That's what I was thinking too, Gonta.
Wow, Gonta.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Aw, he took it so sincerely.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that.
That sounds somewhat familiar.
That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
Jesus, Traz references all sorts of things in other games.
Boy, that sounds really familiar too. But I'm just gonna ignore it.
Good idea, Monokuma.
Her corpse didn't have any trace of glowing
Yeah,
paint.
thankfully you don't have Nagito around scheming this time.
Oh, yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
Alright, let's do that.
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
When? So not during seance?
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she?
Unless they lowered her down first.
How could someone have
How?
gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
No,
We
because she
probably
talked
would
to
have
us.
noticed that.
But didn't she
That's
say a
not
little bit?
possible.
Yeah, I think
She
she
was
did
alive
talk
at
while
that
she was
point.
underneath the sheet. He's giving her instructions still. There's a point of no return, you cannot speak anymore. The next time you open your mouth, it will be as Angie speaking through you.
Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over. Or ever again.
Aw.
Yes, she was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
May seem impossible.
Then she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
A different time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads.
Huh?
Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory.
All right, I'm ready for it.
Now hurry up and think!
All right,
If
let's
you
get to
wanna make
thinking.
my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your limp dick brains!
So she's proposing an alternate theory, but she doesn't have one. Oh no.
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It wasn't?
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time.
She was.
That is true.
The cage was lifted.
That's true.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Ooh, like that.
Oh god.
When Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast.
There were like 4
So
people
fast,
watching
no
though.
one saw.
So fast.
Oh my!
Are you gonna be okay, Mew?
It was me.
Nerg.
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit.
Again.
There's no down!
What? Mew, what's going on? Tenko not being killed during the seance? That might not be impossible, but there's no evidence for it.
When Tenko got killed,
Uh,
it wasn't during the seance.
there's blood on the sheet, which seems to imply it
It could
happened
not
then.
have
That's
been
true.
done at any other time.
And on the iron
I'm on the
cage.
cage.
The whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Like that.
Well, actually, maybe that is
When Cage lifted, culprit
suspicious.
stabbed
The way the
Tenko real
blood
fast.
is on that.
So fast,
Maybe.
no
It's
one
not in like a
saw.
cage pattern. You'd think there'd be some kind of.
That's true, but maybe that's just them being dumb.
So who lifted
I don't
the
know
cage?
though. All right, what are we doing here though? I have no idea.
I don't know either.
Any
Then
thoughts?
obviously Himiko is the culprit.
It could be the cage because like the blood is on it.
What are we gonna argue with exactly?
The cage. But like maybe when they say like, she was in the cage, or like when we lifted it, they did it so fast. I don't remember what the points
When
are for
Tenko
arguing.
got killed,
All right, let's see. I'm gonna pay attention to the points
it
first.
wasn't during the
Wasn't during the
It
seance.
could not have been done at any time.
Any other time
She was
under the cage.
the whole time.
Okay,
And she was dead.
that's true.
As far as we know, it's true. We don't have any evidence for that either way.
What about Cage lifted?
Moment cage was lifted. So then this one we could do cage. Oh,
like that.
never mind.
When Cage
I think that's probably it, right? The cage was lifted.
so fast,
Yeah,
no
probably. That's the one that I was thinking. What about you?
I'll go with that. That's the best shot I have.
There's no down!
Freaking out so much.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about when Cage was lifted?
Oh crap! I did the wrong thing. Oh, it's
What?
not that.
Damn it.
What the hell? Go to think that only possible she was killed after seance.
Why is that only possible then? It's so weird. I don't understand why that didn't work.
I'm not sure either. Here, let's take a look at the evidence one more time. Just like read over each one.
Okay, so the iron cage that Tenko was in during the seance, it's around 3 feet high. Shuichi and Kokichi placed this over Tenko and Himiko removed it. Tenko's blood was on the bottom of the cage. White sheet, it was over the iron cage, very thick and cannot be seen through. Blood on the back around the middle of the sheet, but there's no hole in the fabric. Kiyo was the one who placed the sheet over the cage and removed it off the cage. What were the other ones? I think the marker stone was one of them, but like I don't think we would.
Yeah,
use
again we
that.
get that, but I don't know how it plays out.
No. What were the other ones? Sickle under the floor. The blood was still wet.
Yeah, so the sickle would mean that it had been done
Yeah, and then what was the other
somewhat
one?
soon, around that time.
Do you remember what the other clue was?
I don't know. There was the sheet, the cage. Those are the ones I thought were relevant,
Yeah.
and the others, I don't know.
I don't remember now.
I guess we could always use the sheet, maybe, instead.
Sure.
It seems like one or the other, and I'm not sure which one it is.
I know. Oh,
Dog statue.
Dog statue.
The dog statue had no blood, though, that we could see.
It could
No.
not have been done at any other time.
But I feel like it has to be something with blood on it, maybe.
She was under the cage the whole time. She was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
I think it might be that. Because
So fast?
it was the
no
moment the
one
cage
saw.
was lifted, it wouldn't have gotten on the sheet.
Sure.
I thought it would apply to the cage as well, but
I guess not.
okay. Hopefully this is right, because we're running out of time again.
When Tenko got
Man.
killed,
Yeah, it's definitely a lot harder when you don't know what's going on. You have to kind of figure it out on the fly,
Yeah.
like we're doing in this case.
She was under the
Most of the times you have
cage
some
the
idea how it's already like worked out in
whole time. She
advance.
was dead
Well,
when
we
the
have
cage
some
was
idea, but it's not what they're asking.
What about
Well,
moment
I mean,
Cage
I have
was
some
lifted?
idea, but I don't know for sure. Like, I'm trying to say, this is the case I've been most okay, thank God.
That's wrong.
This is the case I've been most unsure about out of any of them, I think, to this point.
No, it wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted. Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it.
Right.
That cloth was removed.
Well, at least we
before
presume
the
that's
cage
Senko's
was
blood.
lifted.
It could have been anyone's blood, really.
I guess that's true.
We didn't test for it.
If Tenko was stabbed
We
then,
can't.
there
Next
wouldn't
time we
be
need like
blood
the
on the
ultimate
cloth.
forensics person.
I think we said that like the first game. That would have been really helpful.
what? But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the
I
seance.
got your
Oh
remote.
my
God.
God.
Startled me.
What happened?
So loud.
No, it's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
Why? We just proved it.
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out.
Of course. Oh, now what?
I really hate when they do this.
It's like, you just proved me wrong. I'm going to argue anyway.
Tenko
Right.
died after the seance.
How's this one work?
It
Okay.
happened when the sheet was lifted.
This one's a little bit different
That
from what it was.
the moment the culprit chose to stab
in the other
fuck
game.
out of Tenko through the cage. They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of the, and that clean white sheet got stained blood red.
But the weapon was a sickle.
Uh-huh.
Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need.
Oh.
If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko,
There we
sitting
go.
in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet is the culprit, and that's none
What?
other than Kyo.
There has to be a hole in Mii's logic somewhere. All I have to do is show the evidence that will counter it. So what are we going to use?
Can we have the marker stone so that we know exactly where she was so they knew where to stick the
If you
sickle?
stick the blade through a gap in the cage,
Could it be that?
Maybe?
it'd be long enough to reach Tenko,
Try it.
sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
I think it's for this?
I don't know.
I'll cut through your words.
Oh, it
It
worked?
was. Okay. Wow. I wasn't sure at all.
Why though? Because she was sitting in there with her neck all... Well, I guess she wasn't sitting.
Wait just a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Sitting
that's
down
the
inside the cage.
trick.
I gotcha.
She was bent over with her
I was like, that's not going to work. And then it did. I'm like, what? Surprisingly.
And the cage itself was about 3 feet
Yeah, I didn't even
tall.
pay attention to her wording of sitting down.
The sickle's blade was
But sometimes
too
you can
short to
say,
reach Tenko
like, oh,
while
just
she
sitting
was in
there,
that
but you don't really
position.
mean sitting. You just mean being.
Yeah.
Then I messed up again? How could this happen? I am so embarrassed.
Should have gave up after the first time.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
Damn.
So harsh.
Yeah, no worries.
Going to...
How embarrassing!
If Shuichi is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage.
Oh,
right?
goodness. I thought we just said
If
we were
she
killed
was
with the
killed
sickle.
then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Wait, why did we say she wasn't killed from below the floor?
Yeah, for a living person.
Don't know.
Oh,
Now what, Kokichi?
No.
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
What are you talking about? That's not possible.
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that. Screw spirits.
Stop that now.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko? Why?
Well, we knew they got into that argument the night before, but I think this is just kind of silly.
Himiko?
Unless Angie wasn't really dead all this time?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Uh-oh, what's gonna happen
Kokichi,
here?
what are you talking about?
That's impossible. Spirits can't be culprits.
It's getting more and more ridiculous.
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
Nothing's impossible.
Well,
Shuichi, take it from here.
Exactly.
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done it!
wait, I know. What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage?
Oh yeah, that's likely.
If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko
But
during the
we could
seance.
see through it.
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have
I agree with
noticed.
Kaito. The culprit could have
What?
been inside the cage.
After the fact, like lifted it up and then gone in?
So they
Before we
went-
turned out the lights?
No, maybe they went in from the floorboard and they did it?
Right, but like
But-
before we turned off the lights?
But that's a tight fit. I don't know. I mean, there was the sound someone stumbling around, so maybe they were like in the dark trying to get in? I don't know. Let's see where this goes. This is so confusing.
Oy.
You do?
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
What?
Oh, look at his face.
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time.
Hmm?
I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
No, please go on. The they she's referring to.
Oh, shit.
Who?
Oh, shit.
Kyo?
I mean, it has
He's
to
the only
be.
one I could figure.
But why?
No, it's
Oh.
not Kyo. Who the fuck is it? They could have killed Tenko inside the cage at any time. What?
Shit.
Who could have done it at any time?
Her?
Himiko? Because she was near the hole?
And she likes small spaces. Oh, shit.
Oh, crap. Is that what it is?
And she's so small?
She's
Wait.
able to find her way in the dark to the center of the room?
Oh, shit. Was it really
Who else,
Himiko?
who else could it be?
I don't know.
She's the only one that was...
Can we just, like, try everyone? Do we get penalized?
There must be a penalty. Yeah, it must lose some points for it.
Oh.
Let's see.
Oh no!
They think I'm a fraud.
A fraud. No. I guess Himiko. I don't know. It has to be someone that was involved there. What the hell?
Shit.
Can anyone see in the dark? Himiko.
Wow. It is.
No, it's not Himiko.
But, like, we're not getting it wrong.
No, it's not. There's not reading, which means it's wrong.
Oh.
Who the hell is... I'm seriously confused.
Damn it!
What? Who the hell is this supposed to be? This one is really weird.
Oh, my God.
Wait, can I... Wait, no, I can't look at the thing again.
There's only 55 seconds.
Yeah, it does it each time. But we're losing points. Who the frick could it be? Who looks worried?
Kaito?
Kaito, was it you? How would he get there?
I have no idea.
Kokichi was in the room. I legitimately have no idea who this is.
Me neither. Shit. I don't know, just guess.
Kaito was acting suspicious the whole time. I don't know. No.
Oh.
It's not. I have no idea. Who do you think? You have to talk
Do you
this one
think that,
out.
like, maybe Maki's talking about herself? But no, this is the final one, right? There's no other part? Or is this...
No, there's more. We're not even halfway.
Damn it. But, like, usually this happens at the end, so I'm like...
But how would it be her?
I don't know. Now I'm thinking...
Just because she's an assassin? Is it her?
That's what I was like, oh, I could have killed her at any time. Like, duh. But why would she point that out? Just to brag? Like, oh, I could have killed her at any time. Don't worry. Or do you think that maybe Angie wasn't dead and then, like, it was Angie? I'm so confused. No, but there was blood in that room, dried blood. So Angie had to have been dead, I think. Who else could have fit in there? And at any time? Like, I was thinking, could someone have been inside the dog statue?
But it was on top, so it wouldn't be in the cage. I'm gonna save, because I don't know if we have to redo this. I guess we're just gonna go through every freaking person, because I have no idea. I'll go with Maki, because that's like the maybe she's talking about herself?
Like, I could have done it. I'm an assassin.
I don't think this is where the setup for like who the killer is. We're just listing a possibility, right?
I guess.
I'll say Maki then. I have no freaking clue. Do you want us to pick you, Maki? Because you're an assassin?
Nope.
Who could have killed... Wait.
What?
Did Tenko kill Tenko? Oh, shit.
Wait, why? Why would she kill herself?
I have no idea, but that's the only person that was in the cage. It was.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
Why would she do that?
After trying 5 other people.
I know. I was like, it doesn't make sense though. Why would she kill herself?
I don't know. Did she think that Himiko killed Angie and this would like save her? I don't know.
Wait. Maybe? Oh shit, that could be a possibility. If Himiko did kill Angie, would Tenko be willing to sacrifice herself to try to help her escape and get away with it? That is a possibility. I didn't think about that up till now.
Whoa.
All right, well, this may change things significantly.
What did you say?
And that's why Monokuma stressed we have to find the murderer for the first case.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying Tenko is the culprit?
Right. And then, but wait, the blood on the sickle is fresh. So how did it get down there? Okay, I still have so many questions about this.
I'm so confused.
Suicide.
Did she?
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out. She volunteered to be in the cage and then stabbed herself during the seance.
How did she get the sickle in
It
there?
wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
I never would have suspected this.
Me neither.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right?
So
Yeah,
she
yeah,
just
how does this
lifted
work
up
out exactly?
her own
If Tenko
floorboard?
had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
Wow.
Perhaps that explains why the floorboard was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
This is so strange.
That makes sense to Gonta.
Mind is blown.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me. There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Maybe I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier.
Hmm.
You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
Well, that'd be an interesting situation we're in now then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Because Tenko
I think
and Angie
Himiko
were
might have done
fighting
it
for your
now.
attention, right?
I think that must be it.
But how would her killing herself, it would just make her seem more guilty?
It would make it seem like there had to be someone else involved and throw us off, which it totally did.
Yeah, it did. Hey, Angie, when did you brainwash Himiko?
It wasn't for the fact that we just guessed it eventually. So I was like, there's no other possibility.
I was like, Himiko likes small spaces.
I'm like, that must be it. That must be the clue. Well, it's something at least. There was nothing else to go on.
Couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Really? Why?
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
No.
No, I don't think that's it.
Take us down?
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial. So she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her.
But her death isn't the one we were investigating. So the person that would get away would be the person that was responsible for Angie's death. And if she was willing to do that, it had to be Himiko. That's the person she cared most about.
Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
No, I don't think that's true at all, Kokichi.
But what are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that. She told me.
Keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else.
What if all of that was just a lie?
A lie?
Wait, we should believe Tenko's last words.
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Good points.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Kaito.
Naive?
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
You tell him, Kaito.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself. If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them. That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
I said, stop calling me that.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
Well, I can worry about
We
training
come from
later.
Different backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to disagree. No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Uh-oh.
Whether or not I believe, my heart can't reach Tenko anymore. But I want to believe in her. She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe.
Me too. Gonta no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
That would actually give us a lot of answers,
It
and I think that would
would.
help point us to Angie's killer too. But I still understand how that worked.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
Proper reason.
All right, I'll give you a reason.
We will.
Is there a reason?
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki?
Maki
No.
roll.
If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me all you like.
Oh, I will.
But for now, I need you to trust in my detective work.
I don't believe Tenko would kill herself because of what she
Wait,
said.
so she didn't kill herself?
We don't believe she killed herself, I guess, after all.
Ah!
So now, this is getting so confusing. Okay, everyone. Oh, it was you.
Oh, okay, everyone. See you guys after the seance.
I was trying to think if she killed herself, that actually would explain an awful lot, but I don't understand how it would work out. With, like, the sickle and everything. She said, see you guys after. I doubt she had a sudden change of heart. Just because we don't know how she was killed doesn't mean it was suicide. We shouldn't be satisfied with that, and if we keep thinking, we'll find the truth. That means we have to believe in Tenko. I'll make them all believe. Crap.
How?
How?
Do we have to go fishing? Oh no,
It's another
we just
debate. Do you have to lie? I hope not.
Tenko's last moments?
So I'm not sure whether she did it or
Suicide
not.
seems to be the best explanation.
It's
Her plan
possible.
was to take us down with her. So
But
she'd
are her
get
last
true
moments the fact
intentions.
that she, like, was still alive after she was stabbed?
Well, we'll see in a
Tenko
second.
did commit suicide. It would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle. And then stabbed
What
herself
the
with
sickle? How?
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
She stabbed herself and threw the sickle into the floor. That sounds ridiculous.
Yes, it does.
All right. Her last moments. She died in a crouched position. The injury to the back of her neck was deep, but probably not enough to kill her immediately.
How could she stab herself in the back of the neck? Like,
I don't know.
I know it's a sickle, but still, like, how?
So what were the other options? Do you remember what the other ones were?
I think the loose floorboard was one. It was not loose before the seance, but that doesn't really help us. I've already forgotten what the other ones were. I think the caged child is one, but like, does that say anything? Place it over. I don't think this says anything because it's just like how you do the seance. And I think all of that are for the other one. What was the other one then? Do you remember? Was it the cross piece?
I don't know. I guess we could go back out and it'll show us and we can go back in the menu. It should work that way anyway. I think. I really think she committed suicide, but that's only because they're latching on the easiest answer. To get out of this, I need to make them think they're suicide. Oh, so this does imply that we're going to be lying, though.
Oh, shit.
So
But what are we going to lie about? Her last
Her
moments?
last moments? Oh, she died immediately.
Her plan was to
Oh,
take us
okay.
down with her,
Maybe.
so she hid her
Dick
true
move.
intentions.
So make it sound like she did die immediately.
I guess. Because, like, with her last
Tenko did commit
moments.
suicide.
I don't think you can lie about anything else.
Yeah, me neither.
Can't lie about the Monokuma file. A caged child
Secretly brought the sickle
wouldn't work.
and then
And
stabbed
stabbed
herself with it.
What did Kyo say at the end?
Finally, with the last of
Maybe this?
Yeah. She died instantly, bro.
Okay.
Reveal the truth.
By lying.
I'm glad they give you some little
couldn't have
clues
thrown the
about
sickle
that,
onto the
like
floor.
that we have to convince them somehow. It makes it sound like we had to lie.
Because she died instantly.
But weren't other people here when we said
I know,
that she
other
didn't?
people are like, but wait, we saw that it said she didn't die instantly.
instantly.
I guess Maki realizes.
Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
But I wonder if Maki is setting up a trap kind of like Kokichi was.
Maybe.
Because Kyo jumped on that theory really quickly there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm certain of it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Well,
Maki.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail.
Mm-hmm.
Tenko died instantly.
What?
As an assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly.
was that not in the Monokuma file fair that it mentioned she didn't die quickly?
Maybe.
No
I don't
doubt
remember.
that Tenko was killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
Thank you, Maki.
How could
She
you
believed in
forget
us.
that, Maki roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
Aw.
Excuse me?
It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary. Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle. Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
If we would argue that, yes, I guess so.
Just like I thought. Tenko wouldn't commit suicide.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
No, there must have been a way. We're gonna figure it out.
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during
We
the seance?
heard something.
Mm-hmm.
If you know something, please speak
Loud
up.
bump in the
It
night.
could be the key to solving this mystery.
Not a bad idea. We should remember what happened at the seance.
We do remember.
Let me try to remember. I'm sure there's something. I need some kind of clue to help me solve this
Do we
mystery.
have to go fishing?
Fishing time? Maybe?
Nope.
More debates.
When does fishing happen?
So many debates. I don't know. They don't always
Sound
go in the
during
same
seance.
order, though.
Sound during seance.
Did
Sound
anything
during
seem
seance.
out of the ordinary during the seance?
That makes
During
sense.
the seance.
The seance failed,
I know, you're really worked up about it.
and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now that I think about it,
Oh, do you know?
while we were all singing the song,
There's a sound, right?
I heard something fall. I think.
Yeah. So we'll agree with that.
Something fell.
Well, it was a loud sound. It could have been something falling or something like that. But either way, there was definitely a sound, so I'll
There
go
was.
with what she said.
Yes. Agreement. Concur. What does it say? I forget.
Ritual was
You know what? I wonder if we could somehow lie about saying the ritual is perfect.
strange.
Well, I'll just go with the sound, because I think that's the way you're supposed to go. But what if that's maybe a back route of some way?
While we were all singing the song,
What song? The Cage Child
heard
song.
something-
Oh.
There we go, agree.
Agree.
Consent, that's the word. Because it doesn't really fit.
I consent.
It should be concur.
Concur.
Himiko, you think that something fell because of that sound you heard, right?
Right.
Oh yes, the creepy singing.
It was such a terrible song. Bang.
It sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor really hard. What could have fallen down?
Fallen
It's a
down?
good question.
There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Am I wrong? I thought something fell, but
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboards.
Was it someone hitting their head?
Was it the other floorboard?
A loud sound like something hitting the floorboards. Maybe that sounds something to do with the other thing that happened in the dark? The other thing that happened in the
Oh,
dark.
shit.
Uh,
Well, it's none of this beginning shit. Was it this?
This is it.
yeah, okay.
Okay, thank God.
I
Ooh,
think the
what a relief.
floorboard coming off had something to do with that sound.
Maybe it like bumped into
Floorboard
the
came
cage?
loose at some point during the seance, right?
would the floorboard have made such a loud sound though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
That is true. There would have been a strong impact to make that sound. But what was it? What could it possibly be?
All right then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now.
Exactly. Multiple heads are better than one, I guess. Crosspiece.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
I don't know.
Someone who participated in the seance.
See what options we have here.
Maybe
Yeah.
that person tore off the floorboard.
They didn't have to
That
tear it
wouldn't
off.
make such a loud
Tear it off.
crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
It didn't fall.
It fell.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor.
They wouldn't have been able to
Stood
replace
up
it so
with such
quickly.
might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
A floorboard that comes loose when you step on it is dangerous.
But that's
God,
true.
it's like I'm the
Yeah,
only
it
one
is.
here who's staying on the ball.
You hardly have any experience with balls to say that, Mew.
Oh!
Don't be stupid. Don't you know me and balls are the best of friends?
Oh God.
Great. What would have made a strong enough impact to knock the floorboard loose? I think about everyone's
someone's
testimony and combine it with the facts.
stepping on it, because like Mew's like, oh, that would be dangerous, but it's true that the cross piece was missing. So if somebody did step on it, it would lift it up. But it looks like it was lifted up and like moved to the side the way that it is. It doesn't look like somebody just stepped on it. I'm very confused.
So which one do you think it is?
The
For all the
cross.
statements we have the cross piece, right? So
Yeah.
what does it say? So many of the ones in this trial I'm so confused about.
I know.
What
One
else
of
do
the
we
cross
have?
pieces.
Sickle? Wait, you were reading this?
Yeah, I was just reading it, but it's fine. Only the portion that supports the floorboard was cut off. And someone had purposely cut it. I don't know. I feel like that should be related, but where would we use it?
I don't know. Everyone
So
says
what
we
made the
combine it with
floorboard come
facts.
loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That's agreeing,
That
and I don't want to
wouldn't
agree
make
with
such a
that.
loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Are they all
Culprit
agreeing?
hide under floor.
They might all be agreeing,
It
actually,
stood
are
up
they?
With such might.
Yeah, they are all blue. So you have to agree with
already
someone then.
said there was no
Oh,
All right,
one on the
shit.
that
floor.
changes things. I wasn't thinking about that.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
That one? Is that one
A
true?
floorboard that comes loose when you step on it is dangerous.
That one's possible, I
It's
guess.
like I'm the only one here who's staying on the ball.
You hardly have any
But was it
experience with
underneath
balls
the
to say that,
cage?
Mew.
A dirty joke.
Oh, it's definitely that one.
It's definitely that one, yes.
That's obviously the one we have to agree with.
The sound.
I guess I'll go with
there must have been
Kokichi's.
considerable force.
Someone who
I guess.
Everything else is... Yeah, they didn't tear it off.
She fell over.
It didn't fall over.
I'm pretty sure the statue didn't fall over.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up with
Yes, he stood up.
But we
Such
already
might.
said there was no.
Someone must have stomped through the floor.
Okay,
Yay,
there we go.
Agree.
Ugh, consent again. Scary to give Kokichi your
Kokichi
consent.
is right. The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
The floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure first time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation... One of the
Someone had
cross
done
pieces
something to
supporting
it.
the floorboards was
At
cut
some point.
off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the cross piece?
What did they stand to gain? That's the question. To solve this case, I'll need to think carefully about the crosspiece on the floorboard.
Oh, shit.
The body was at one end of the loose floorboard. The crosspiece had been cut was on the other side. The unsupported part was outside the cage, so it could have been stomped on.
So did he just stomp on it and it sent her flying up into some sort of thing? Was there something, some blade in the cage?
Maybe there was.
And they used it like a seesaw and was like, bam, you're dead.
But why is there fresh blood on the sickle? Is still the question.
I don't know. Oh, here we go. We get a little diagram.
Was there something underneath the dog statue? Oh.
But then it would have to be inside the cage. Unless that blood was Angie's, you mean?
Yeah, because, wait, no. There could have been something underneath the dog statue because the tarp thingy was underneath it, so there's no hole in the
Yes.
tarp.
Right.
No, never mind. I don't know. The other's in the center, right about where the edge of the cage was. Okay, so yeah, it would have like a seesaw kind of or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What was the culprit attempting to achieve by stomping on the floorboard? Think, come on, think.
Fishing? Hangman.
There we go.
Oh god, it's long. Seesaw? Try it?
Yeah, it might be.
But there's more after that.
Yeah, what's the second one gonna be?
I don't know. There, yeah.
Seesaw
And now.
effect? I don't know. Could it be effect?
Sure.
Okay, yeah. Wow.
Okay. Wow, I think that's the first time we've ever like done this so quickly.
Especially something so tricky too.
Right.
There's another F.
There.
Is there an E anywhere?
Yes, there. The one next to it's a T.
This one?
No, I don't know if that's a T.
Which one was it? Oh, here.
Down.
Here's one. There we go. How tricky.
That's right. the floorboard might have been used as a seesaw.
Yay.
A seesaw?
I thought it was being kind of simplistic when I called it a seesaw, but luckily I did, because it put that in my mind.
I said seesaw.
The crosspiece.
I know,
at
but
one
I thought
end
maybe that
of the
was a
floorboard
simplistic
had been
term for
cut
it.
off.
But thankfully it was exactly what we needed.
The other two crosspieces holding up that board were close to the cage. Meaning, if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece,
Bam. Elimination.
the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever. A lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
Her whole body lifted up?
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw, all right. But why bother?
They couldn't have killed Tenko like that. Unless they used the sickle.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle.
Because I guess then it leaves space that you could put something underneath.
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw
Or was it
trick,
just already inside?
the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
Where the fuck was it?
The floorboard seesaw, the cage, and the blood on the white fabric. What conclusions can I draw from this? There's only one place the sickle could have been
Oh,
that is consistent
shit.
with the evidence.
I've already forgotten where she was stabbed, though.
Could have been the top of the cage, right?
I guess.
That's it.
Okay, thank God.
That seemed kind of obvious.
I know, but now I'm like, wait, was she
Sickle
stabbed from the
at
front?
top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down. The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage.
Oh, you see, I don't remember. There's fabric covering the cage the entire time when we dragged it in? I guess it must have been.
Also,
I don't
the wooden
remember.
statue
Yeah, I didn't
kept
remember
the blade
either.
in place. It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue.
Because I know we had to put the thing over her, but I didn't know it was already covered at the time. I'd forgotten that fact, I guess.
Yeah.
But the statue's weight kept it from falling over. Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw, Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage. She was bent over, meaning the sickle's blade would have connected with her neck.
The 6-inch sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in her crouch position. But with the floorboard acting as a seesaw, it could compensate for the blade's length.
Bringing the victim to the sickle rather than bringing the sickle to the victim. That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but it would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact make floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide.
Homicide.
Homicide. That's an interesting way of putting it.
What the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
I have no. I've never heard of a homicide.
This is what really makes the killing game fun, you know? They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box.
That was certainly outside the box, I would say.
Kudos, culprit! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Yay, culprit.
Well played, Himiko.
Kyo, come on.
It was you.
Yeah?
It was you, wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
Oh, thank God you said homicide.
Huh? Why her?
Because she's the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
How?
Because she's the one who lifted it up at the end.
What do you mean she lifted up at the end?
Like, afterwards, she's the one who, like, lifted the cage single-handedly, and I guess she would have seen the sickle. Is that what he's saying?
The only one? Why's that?
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand.
Yeah, so this is where it comes back to him. He's the one that had set up a way to do this, probably in each room. With cutting out a little piece of the floor.
By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean?
Then the culprit would need to lure their
See, that was
victim
very,
into the prepared room.
Very deceitful of him. He gave them the illusion of choice, which would then frame them later.
If
That
not for
is why you
Kokichi.
chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
However, there are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use?
The middle room. The middle room's always best for stuff like this.
Oh yeah! Himiko was the one who chose the site for the seance!
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Our culprit,
look at it.
Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time.
And then also, I wonder if he could have altered the instructions to make it more convenient for him in any
Then
way.
she waited
I was
for me
saying
to
that
host
before
the
because it's
seance
handwritten, so
and
he could have
suggested the
easily
middle room.
changed them.
Yeah.
She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it. Then, she killed Tenko. All the court.
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
Wait! We don't know that, right?
No, we don't know that for sure. I don't
He's
believe
wrong,
it.
Right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Kill Tinko? I killed Tinko?
No.
Himiko?
Did you?
What's wrong, Himiko?
Is it true that using the middle room was Himiko's idea? But does that really mean Himiko killed Tenko? No, it was a trap. Kyo set that up in advance. Would something like that really happen? Something so cruel. Wow. This was an extremely long first part. It probably was also due to the fact that we were confused about it a lot and had to try it multiple times.
That might be true.
But I still feel like even with that, it was extremely long. Well, yeah, we'll see for sure. And of course, the rest of the trial will be in the next part. So, thank you for watching, everyone. Quite the confusing first half. I had no idea where any of this was going, but I think now that we're in the second half, I'm pretty sure it's Kyo now.
Yes.
All along, you're right.
Yes.
Even if it wasn't exactly known
I was
how it worked.
100% right. Shh. I knew everything.
It was a lot more complicated than we ever could have imagined. But yeah, until then, guys, take care, and we'll see you next time.
Oh.
Okay, fine. Until then, guys, take care, and farewell.